weapon, how to care for it, how to load it, how to fire it accurately. And you can do a good job of hitting a target when you zero in on it. With know-how and enough practice, you may even qualify as expert. But what kind of a target will you be? Will you be easy to draw a bead on? Ignorant of how you look to an enemy on the ground? Or to an enemy observer overhead? Or will you be hard to find and harder to shoot at? Will you be skillfully blended into the terrain, using your knowledge of camouflage for your own defense and for the better security of your unit? The choice is yours: to be seen, to be vulnerable to enemy fire, or to be almost invisible, gaining the advantage of surprise in both attack and defense. Seeing is not the same as recognizing. And an enemy will spend ammunition only on a target he can recognize. There are 6 factors which help us recognize what we are seeing. Because the eye is quick to detect motion in an otherwise still scene, movement is the most revealing of all the factors of recognition. The second factor in recognition is position, the relation of an object or person to its background. Isolated figures are more recognizable than those which are blended into the surroundings. The third factor is shape, which is the form or outline characteristic of a person or object, either from the ground or from the air. Shape often gives the first clue. For instance, any rectangular object is man-made and deserves a closer look. Shadow, the next factor of recognition, often provides positive identification. Sometimes shadow alone can reveal a person who is otherwise well out of view. Texture, the next factor, is used to describe the characteristics of a surface. One texture differs from another because of its ability to reflect light. Tall grass, for instance, always looks darker because each blade casts its own shadow upon itself and its surroundings. That's why it's easy to see a path that has been followed through trampled grass. Smooth objects such as this helmet change from dark to light with a change in the angle of viewing or lighting. By adding a rough textured cover, the helmet no longer reflects light. The last factor of recognition is color. Especially when a color contrasts with its background, it is an aid to identifying an object or person. One important aspect of color is tone. Objects of the same color may possess that color in different degrees of intensity. What's more, as we have seen with the helmet and tall grass, the object's texture may greatly affect the tone of its color.